If you could capture the flavor of summer in a jar, I'm certain it would taste like home canned peaches. And in this video, I'm going to show you how easy it is to do at home. I'll even show you how to use the peach skins and pits so that there's zero waste. The complete recipe is in the description box below. Let's get started. As soon as I saw the peaches at my local farmer's market hit their seasonal low price of 98 cents a pound, I knew it was time to stock up. I always can my fruits and veggies in season so I get the best flavor and lowest cost. After you have your peaches, the first thing you'll need to do is wash your fruits with a fruit and vegetable cleaner because we will be using the skins to make a different edible treat. I prefer to use a homemade cleaner made with vinegar, lemon juice, grapefruit extract, and a bit of baking soda. Next, prepare your stove by bringing a sufficient amount of water to blanch the peaches to a boil in a stock pot. You'll also need a second pot to make your syrup. Using a sharp knife, create an X shape at the bottom of each peach, trying not to cut too deep into the flesh. This is going to help you easily slide the skin off after we blanch the peaches in boiling water. After your pot has reached temperature, add the peaches and let them boil for 4 to 6 minutes. You are not trying to cook your peaches, so definitely watch the time. Here's a close-up of what you'll be looking for. Using a gentle nudge with your spoon, see if you can begin to easily nudge the skins off. If you can, this is a sign to immediately remove your peaches. They're ready. Remove your peaches and immediately rinse with cold water. At this point, you can either place them in a large bowl of ice to cool quickly, but if you're like me and not in any particular rush, you can just let them get cool enough for your touch by letting them sit for 30 minutes or so. Honestly, I often find that once I've rinsed them in cool water for a minute or two, they are cool enough for me to remove the skins as I'm rinsing, and that's what I'm doing here. Be sure to plate your peach skins. We'll get to those in just a minute. Now it's time to slice your peaches, and try to cut the pieces in similar sizes. I like to set up an assembly line that moves me from my cutting board to a bowl where I then put the sliced peaches, and a second bowl for me to dump the peach pits in. All right, you're getting one step closer to a finished product. It's time to grab your jars. But before you do, make sure both the lids and jars are sterilized. I prefer to use the sterilization setting on my dishwasher. This funnel makes it super easy to scoop and dump the peaches and avoid accidental nicks around the rim. But if you don't have one, that's okay, just take your time. My favorite part of canning peaches is making your syrup, because here's where you can customize the taste you want. A heavy, light, simple, or spiced syrup, it's up to you. But here's what I like to add. After you bring your water to a boil, add the white sugar. Be sure to stir to dissolve. These two are a must. But after that, here's where I add my brown sugar, cinnamon, vanilla, and maple syrup. I like to move the syrup from the pot to a container that has an easy pour spout and easy handle. It's now time to pour your syrup into the jars, but be sure to leave a ½ inch of headspace from the top of the jar to the food and liquid in the jar. If you have extra syrup left, that's a good thing. It will keep for months in or out of the refrigerator and can be used as pancake syrup in mixed drinks, smoothies, slushies, or sugar replacements in your hot or iced coffee. It's important to debubble jars after filling them and before you put the lids on to make sure there is no trapped air in the jar. That's what I'm doing here. You'll also want to make sure that you're using something that's made out of plastic. And the reason is that over time, metal will produce nicks and scratches in the jars that could weaken the jar. Now, you've already done a lot of work, so you want to make sure that your jars seal. And a way you do this is to wipe the rims in vinegar. After rinsing your lids in hot water to loosen the wax, place them on your jars. Next, secure the rings using a fingertip tight twist. After this, you'll place the jars in a hot water bath. Now, I'm using a water bath setting on my electric pressure cooker. To create a water bath, you simply need to make sure the tops of the jars are covered, completely submerged in water, and then bring that water to a boil and leave in hot boiling water for 25 minutes if you're using quart-sized jars and 20 minutes for the pint-sized jars that I'm using. Now, it is possible to DIY your own bath canner, and I'll insert a video card now, but it's also worth investing in a water bath canner or kit. Twice the amount of white sugar to your peach powder. You've just made peach sugar. This stuff is delicious as an oatmeal flavoring agent for instant peach flavored oatmeal, or sprinkled over pie crust, or as a pre-made blend to add into your homemade body scrubs. And if you have some pretty jars, this stuff works great as a hostess or holiday gift because it just has a stunning presentation and is kind of a novelty item you'd think you'd find in boutique stores. I'm now showing you these herb salt blends I purchased at a food boutique, and you can see that our peach sugar gives a very similar effect. I want you to take a close look at a peach pit. It's actually a stunning stone shape, which I like to use in my homemade potpourri mixes. This is how I build my inventory, so to speak. I'll add dehydrated rose petals, other flowers, herbs, and essential oils, and package them in jars to give as gifts or simmer on the stove on winter weekends. So don't put that dehydrator away. Clean the pits as best as you can and dehydrate them until they're dry. They also store really well in glass jars until you're ready to use them. Now, these are just my ways I typically use the skins and pits. You can also make peach jelly from the skins and pits. Let's jump back into water bathing our peaches, but first consider hitting the subscribe button and notification bell to get more canning, food preservation, and pantry videos. You'll want to place a large towel on your countertop. This prevents the jars from heat shock. After an hour or two, you can check the seals by pressing on the lid. If you hear or feel it pop back at all, then it didn't seal properly, and you'll need to refrigerate the bottle and eat it soon. Toss the peaches out if they develop a foul odor or discoloration. Peaches float in their jars, so that's normal. If canned peaches are stored in a cool, dark place, they will last for 18 to 24 months at best quality and are often safe eating longer after that. There are plenty of ways to use your canned peaches. I couldn't resist, so I made a quick oatmeal cobbler with vanilla ice cream. To get more canning, food preservation, and pantry videos, click the subscribe button now so you don't miss out on any of my videos. Take care, and I'll see you in my kitchen or garden soon.